Movies with Wade and Malika. Movies.
What?
Movies. Movies with Wade and Malika. Movies. Movies with Wade and Malika.
Welcome to Movies with Wade and Maliki, with Maliki and Wade, as the song says. This is a monthly show where Wade the Wizard and I, Maliki, who is the host of a political, mostly channel, sometimes I talk about other things, called American Burnout, and Wizardology every month.
How are you doing over there?
It's okay over there. Basically, for the last 2 months that I was creating content, I was being like somehow my audience became the people I was talking shit about. So it's just all hate comments. Man. Yeah. But I actually do like I like the community I'm starting to gather, and I'm excited for next year. But I am slowing down production for the rest of this year since it's the holiday season.
Yeah.
How's your channel going? How is the Wizard show?
Man, it's hard because I want to find. I know my target audience exists out there somewhere. There's whoever that is. It's pretty niche. Atheists who want to like goodness, and I'm trying to find my target audience, but the algorithm is crazy. And I'm trying to find my target audience, but the algorithm is crazy. I'm just trying to unite.
Yeah. I think for some reason YouTube, it doesn't differentiate between like positive and negative engagement. So it's like, I'll serve this to the person who's most likely to engage with this content, whether or not they like it. And I don't know if that's the best way for the algorithm to function.
How could we piss off? Well, no, I was like, how could we draw more traffic to Movies with Maliki and Wade?
Right. We got to start a beef with like Red Letter Media, like a huge media thing, and like a huge movie review thing, and like start wild conspiracies about them, and we'll cultivate an audience that way.
I think I'm just doing this for fun and not trying to.
Yeah, because we would have to be terrible people in order to grow efficiently. That's the catch. That's the YouTube compromise. So we come here, we watched the movie that we chose from the movies that we pitched last month. Give like a short review. Last month's run, Chicken Run, Dawn of the Nugget. And I pitched Stay Alive, First It, not the remakes. So Wade, tell me, which one did you go with?
Oh, well, I guess before we get into our reviews, I kind of wanted to mention a silly little experiment that I did. I don't know if I would recommend it, but it was interesting. So for whatever reason, there was like some day I was just feeling super lazy and started an afternoon movie, and I watched the old Parent Trap, the one before the Lindsay Lohan one.
Yeah.
Whoever that actor is, she's in Pollyanna, but yeah, that Parent Trap, and it's good. But for whatever reason, so like I finished that, and then it's like you might also want to watch the Lindsay Lohan Parent Trap. So I totally did a double feature Parent Trap back to back.
Yeah.
And having it like right fresh on my memory, the earlier one, I don't know, it was just so interesting to see like what were they thinking? Why, like the first one was so good, it's so classic, and they hardly changed anything. Like it almost felt like a junior high production of a musical where all the lines were. It was like a cover band. They were just stating. It sounded like they were just reading the script. I don't know. The pacing was weird. Like it's just interesting to see the compare and contrast those two movies. But yeah. Anyway,
So which one did you like more, the Lindsay Lohan one?
I like the original one.
Right.
Actually, I think there might be one. Maybe I'm thinking of like a Freaky Friday. I don't know. But I think the one with whatever her name is.
Yeah. I grew up watching the original Parent Trap, and then I remember at one point in time I was just watching the other Parent Trap. Like the switch happened without me noticing because I was so young. And so I've conflated both of those movies in my head to an extent to where I cannot describe the plot of one without probably also describing parts of the other.
Well, the plots are the same. Pretty
right.
general.
So I have like memories of different little girls in the roles, but I just couldn't. I wouldn't be able to tell the movies apart. Like, other than I guess watching them, but I can't like differentiate them in my head, having not watched them since childhood.
I was almost surprised for whatever reason. Like they kept so much the same, but they changed the names. Like they gave a new modern update with the names. Anyway, enough about Parent Trap. That was, I don't know if you have a whole day to kill.
No, we got curious. We got bonus movies going on already right off the bat.
But you have to watch it back to back.
Yeah, bonus double feature.
All right. So between the movies, I had seen it when I was just a child, so I didn't really remember much of it. I had seen Clue, and I didn't see Stay Alive. Man, I can't believe. So I ended up watching it and Stay Alive.
Okay.
And, gosh, what can I say? Let me. I don't know. Stay Alive, dude. I don't. What? Here's where we disagree, I suppose. I don't know. It got like a 20, maybe it was even lower. It was like a terrible score on Rotten Tomatoes, and I was just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It just,
yeah, I rewatched it last night without looking at any reviews. I mean, I still thought it was fine. But what are your problems with it? The girls, the dynamic between the girls and the main character was a little weird for me because I was like, what are they just like trying to like be like is this like a fantasy for this guy that he has like both these girls like talking to him like this? I don't know. That felt a little weird, but I thought the rest of the movie was fine. But yeah, sorry, I interrupted you right after asking you your problem.
No, I just because I don't really know what to say. It's like. We could spend more time on it, but it was just. Well, yeah, I was gonna say I was like never scared.
No,
it's something about the way they format those jump scares. I was just like, you could predict them coming, and
it's like a weird CGI, like booging, like skippering across the ground. Like it's very. I rewatched it last night, so I like I was pretty tired, but all of the computer characters being the jump scares in the real world was not the way to go with that. But I thought it was just like a really fun movie, just from the beginning to the end, watching them just so obviously like they know what's going on. There's no like compunction about whether that's the function of like the like game that it kills people, and they I don't remember. I watched it just last night and I don't remember exactly how it ends because I think I probably checked out around the time that they started like going to the mansion themselves.
The nail and the heart and the throat and the head, and then they and he burns the place on fire, and they get out, and well, Frankie Muniz didn't actually die, and so the three of them survive. Oh, well, it kind of ended with like it was in the game shop, and the guy unboxes the like final copy of Stay Alive, and it.
Yeah, I mean, it must not be that good because I just like stopped watching it like by the end of it, so I don't know. But it was fun while I was paying attention. Okay.
I don't know, man. I think you have to get a demerit or something on our scoring system.
Yeah, I'll lose a point. Let me see. 2 months ago, I was at 2, and you were at 7. So I guess I'm at 1. You're winning. You're winning the.
Though I don't know if we've kept
the
track
review
of that,
show. No, I have a point, but I didn't actually look at it. I was just bullshitting right there. No, I have 7 points and you have 8, so that means I'm at 6. Losing a point for saying that Stay Alive is a true gem of its era and a fun movie. That would be my review.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of fun to see like the whole 2000s.
They're doing like a LAN party.
Yeah.
Really cool. Okay, so do you have anything to say about it before I spring it on you?
It was interesting because it was a made-for-TV format. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I think if you asked me whether it was, I would have said yes, but I don't think I actually was ever told that or knew that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like it said TV mature or whatever rated. But yeah, so made for TV, so you could like tell where all the commercial breaks were supposed to be. It would like kind of fade out at a weird pause, and I do like the idea of it, this kind of evil entity that like depends on you believing in it. Kind of I like that psychological thought experiment of it. I do feel like it was a little, because it was like made for TV and it's 3 hours or something. They defeat it, well, almost defeat it as kids, and then they like come back. It almost felt like 2 movies in one. I don't know really why they were trying to bring it back, and then there was just like so many characters.
Right.
I kind of like, well, and not only a lot of characters as kids, a lot of characters as adults, and it's going back and forth, kids and adults.
Yeah.
And I'm like trying to follow all these different personal connections, and I didn't really like grow close to any of the characters really. Yeah. Anyway,
I think
pretty cool.
the guy with the speech impediment is probably my favorite character in that movie, in that double movie.
Yeah, he seems to kind of be like one of the main dudes. Yeah. I do think it's pretty. Have you watched any of the new TV series, It?
Welcome to Derry?
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched it yet, but I intend to.
Oh. Yeah, you'll have to let me know how it is. I really don't plan on watching it. It kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
They made the movie, they made the remake, the sequel. They just kind of seems like a cash grab.
Did you watch the remakes? How would you put it up against the originals?
That's hard to like. My memory is kind of foggy of them to say anything of it really. There was some really interesting like filming techniques, like when he's dancing and it's like almost a jitter. Yeah, there was definitely more, I would say, scarier maybe.
Yeah, more modern. So I watched it a lot as a kid, so I guess it's probably I don't know. I recall it being scary as a kid, and then as an adult, I don't like when I watch the film. I don't see any like nothing makes me like laugh at it like with Stay Alive. Okay, so what I did this week, I kind of broke the rules. You know, we've been breaking the rules a lot lately. So what I went with was all 3 movies. You know.
Oh, nice.
So we talked about there being a common theme, and like this theme ends up being like sort of like imprisonment and trying to break free. So I was trying to like watch it and find like other common themes between the movies. And so first of all, I think anyone could probably guess this if they know me well enough, but Logan's Run was the best of the 3 movies. It was my favorite out of the 3. I think the message resonates with me like the most, and the outfits remind me a lot of Zardoz, and it's a good amount of time in between the two, so I can sort of like pigeon them both into like the same like continuity in my head. So probably gonna watch Logan's Run a few times just to sort of understand it. I didn't understand Carousel. I didn't really like get the stakes of a lot of like situations, how like Logan is supposed to be a guy who kills runners, but I don't think they really show that. They just talk about it after he becomes a runner, and I feel like I was like a little bit thrown off by that because there was no like emotional weight for the fact that he did that, other than them telling me that he cared or that it was emotional weight. But like I feel like it's the middle hopeful out of the 3. Like Chicken Run is like, oh, we're going to overthrow the system, and we're going to overthrow the system for other people, and then we're going to keep doing that strategically, system after system after system. We're going to overthrow these systems of oppression. And then Logan's Run is like, we can't go to paradise and just live there. We have to save these others. We have to like take down this one other system. And then the movie just like sort of ends with this hopeful atmosphere, like where everybody like sees the old guy and they're like, oh, being old. And then Running Man, which was definitely my least favorite out of the 3. And like, yeah. I don't know how this is like how people like really like this movie that much, because I thought it was bananas. And I thought that like, okay, so the movie is about him being like a cop, like army cop type of thing. Like it seems to be in the future where the cops are also like army people who like patrol the skies in helicopters. And he gets framed for shooting up a neighborhood that he was told to shoot up but chose not to shoot up, and he got in trouble for it. And then he tries to escape prison, and he gets arrested and put into the Running Man competition, which is like a TV show. And it ends with him killing the host of the TV show in some sort of like contraption that shoots a guy in a cart through a tube, and he hits a sign and blows up. And then everybody like on the TVs like watching the show like cheers for him, and then the movie's over. And it's like this whole culture is just fucked. I don't feel good about this at all. I mean, good for him, I guess, but this is like he killed a bunch of guys and killed another guy, and the system that created this whole situation keeps on the next day. Like nothing changes. He's just not in prison anymore. And as far as I know, like he's still like a rebel from the law. Like presumably he does not like become exonerated after killing the host of a TV show. Surely not. So like it just ends with him like just killing a bunch of people, and it's like a happy ending, rolls credits, and I'm like seeing like these homeless people in like ramshackle tents cheering, and I'm like, I'm not happy for anybody here. So yeah.
One thing I did think was interesting is how the TV show, the Running Man TV show, like they always, no one was escaping. They would always kill the person, but then they like did a virtual fake version of these people, and they're like, look, see, they're on vacation, they made it out, they're happy.
Yeah,
here's Fred or whatever, and He's doing fine. But
Well,
like tying that into our society now, where like with deep fake and
yeah.
maybe I could be fake. I don't know, dude. Maybe you're
No,
fake.
and
How do I know you're
totally,
real?
like, there's a really good scene where they kill Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then he's just like alive in the next scene. So, but I think that brings me to like the
Yeah.
common theme thing, because they kill him on television, but he's alive the next scene, and it's like a bait and switch for the audience to see him get killed in this fight, and then it turns out, oh, he didn't get killed in this fight. So you see that it's like outright like recreating people in real time propaganda. But the common theme between all of these is like a sort of like complacency and trust in an authority figure telling you that something else is happening than it really is, you know, because we have Carousel and being renewed. Nobody's ever been renewed. The only people who live past 30 are runners. There's no renewal process after Carousel. You fucking die every time. And I mean, like, I think there's a part where like his thing stops bleeping, and like some guys just like, oh, you've been renewed. But like that's like the grand conspiracy, is to figure out nobody gets to live past 30. We're all fucked. And then with Chicken Run, it's like these callers and everybody being like pushed into this like simulated like paradise environment, where ultimately they're just being like led to their slaughter. And then in Running Man, they're being told that these convicts are being like they're actually winning these competitions and not just being executed. So it's like a whole common theme of distrusting authority and not being complacent. And then that's what initiates the running. You know, they figure out that there's something wrong, and then there's the run. So yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen Logan's Run. I need to revisit that again.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it like 4 times before I get it. It's like Zardoz level lore where it's not relatable to anything and I can't fill in the gaps. I was watching these people float around for Carousel, and I'm like, are they dying? Are they the people? Are they like, are these the 30-year-olds? They put on the masks and they disappear in the like tornado thing. I couldn't understand that part very well. But
Oh,
so
I guess it's time to jump into. I can't believe it's November. I
yeah.
don't know when that happened. It's been man. I've been going through some stuff. I can't. Yeah, October. What a wild month. Spooky month, man. Well, what about, so normally we'll do like, I'll recommend one, you recommend one. What about maybe we try something different, and I'll do all 3 of them, so I can kind of create my theme more cohesively instead of breaking it up.
I like that. Yeah.
How's that?
Yeah, let's totally do that.
All right. So, yeah, for my first pick, I still kind of like to have you try and guess it a little bit.
Okay.
Well, you definitely got to guess the theme. But the first one, there's this celebrity has-been. You know, she was big in maybe the 80s or so, and the aerobics, big celebrity. But man, she's over the hill. She's old now, and she hears about this secret, very hush-hush black market drug that is cell replicating, creates a better version of yourself. It just takes your DNA, creates a better version of you, and so it becomes the better version and the worse version, and you have to, but you're the same person. You got to swap every 7 days.
Yeah, I know what that
And
is. I know what movie you're talking about.
have you seen The Substance?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one.
So good.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that down.
Man, yeah, what else to say about that? I just really felt like, I don't know, yeah, I get into my head sometimes. I feel like that, you know, I kind of have those 2 sides of my personalities where I'm feeling like nothing can stop me. I'm feeling on top of the moon or whatever. I'm feeling the good. And then other times I'm just like, man, I can't even get out of bed. This sucks. And I just like feels like there's some kind of yin yang balance between those two emotions, and trying to you gotta remember to well, I don't know. I don't know what to think about that really. Well, okay, so that was my first one. Now I could have also made my theme um movies directed by Park Chan-wook, if I'm saying that right. He's a Korean filmmaker, director. Because we ended up watching 3 of his movies this month, but I doubt you've seen the, the Handmaiden. Not the Handmaiden's Tale, but it's Handmaiden.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
So there's this Japanese heiress to a throne, this wealthy, attractive, eligible bachelorette, and there's this sleazy schemer who hatches a plan to basically cash in on her fortune. But he gets an accomplice who is the handmaiden, the maid, because this princess or this heiress, Japanese heiress, she needs maids, and so I can't remember exactly. Anyway, she gets the job as the maid, and she gets like the low down the intel because she's always there by her side, and kind of helps this romance blossom between the other guy. But man, I love a good twist and turn, and there are some unexpected, some real like what? And another thing that's interesting is that like it kind of plays out the story, and then it plays out again from a different perspective, as kind of like understanding the story in flashbacks and like connecting why these twists and turns happened, and the handmaiden, it was the plan all along to. Oh, also, man, it is sexy. Like it is, put the kids to bed and grab a box of tissues, because I gotta admit, like there was a scene I was like, I was aroused.
Yeah, hot
Maybe
and
that's too
bothered
much.
by a like
Yeah. Whew.
by a drama movie, a drama film, I
Yeah.
presume.
Very, very passionate, very sexy.
There we go.
But yeah, there's a point where the handmaiden is seems like she's going crazy. Now I'm kind of, for my third pick, I'm kind of in between a couple. So this older film, What Lies Beneath, with Harrison Ford. Have you seen that?
No.
Okay. I won't. Well, it's good. It's got a good twist, but yeah, this suburban mom, it's a husband. Oh, I guess their daughter goes off to college, so it's just the two of them in this house, and then he's working all the time, so she's like alone in the house all the time. She starts hearing things, and she's like spying on the neighbors, and she thinks there's some murder going on, and this ghost is trying to contact her, and people think like, you're just going crazy, you're going insane, and she's like, no, I know the truth, I know I'm not going insane. um and yeah, it's got a good twist. I love a good twist, man.
It's like a Disturbia with ghosts. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, Disturbia was pretty good, if I recall. I've seen that one. But so then maybe this will be my pick, because if you have seen, it's called May, May, 2002. So it's a socially awkward veterinarian assistant with a lazy eye and an obsession with perfection descends into depravity after developing a crush on a boy with perfect hands. She kind of. So have you seen May?
No.
Oh, okay, it's pretty good. I liked. Man, there's just some like real socially awkward moments, like super cringe, and that's what I just loved about it. It's just like so awkward, and this because this girl, she like didn't have any friends growing up. She has this lazy eye. People would make fun of her, and she got this doll as a kid in this like glass case, and the doll talks to her. You know, she kind of like loses her mind and goes crazy.
Huh.
So do you have a guess as to my theme of this month? At the substance, handmaiden, what lies beneath, May.
Women losing their minds?
Well, yeah, more generally, just kind of like insanity. It was gonna be like, yeah, sexy psychopath.
Like they're all like
something.
women-centric films too, so that's why I'm like,
yeah.
oh, that's
Women
interesting.
women lead role. So
Cool. I will find the hidden
psycho
theme.
bitches.
The hidden theme, yeah. Before we come to mine, I do want to. I was thinking about this, and I might as well like share it with you because it's movie related, and I thought about it in the intervening time. But have you ever watched Napoleon Dynamite?
Oh yeah.
Did you think it was funny?
I recall it be well.
What's
so
funny
my
about
experience with
it?
it, like it. But so have you saw it one time?
I've seen it at least 3 times, and I can never finish it. Like I never get to the very ending because it's boring, and I don't get any of the jokes. Like I don't see, like I don't get the comedy beats of it.
Yeah, I do remember because it was like blown up in popularity. Everyone's talking about it, and I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And I didn't like it the first time, but then there was something that clicked. I watched it again a second time, and I was just there was something that clicked, and I was like, man, this is
Maybe I just got to
genius.
give it another shot. Maybe I just got to give it. Okay, well let's I'll throw that as a bonus, and either if the audience wants a bonus, they could either do the Parent Trap double feature, or they could watch oh fuck, what was the movie we were just talking about?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, sorry. I don't know if I have allergies or if I'm getting sick, but I'm like not 100% right now. Okay, so my things are I have sort of like a hidden theme, but I feel like the theme, it's sort of like what you gave me and I'm mirroring back at you. We got like the last ones where there was like they all dealt with a similar topic differently, from like most optimistic to least optimistic. And that's sort of what I'm giving you here. So see if you can maybe find that in them. So the first one, it's, you know, I'm not going to say anything about it because I'm sure some people love it, but it is absurd, and it is not I think I don't want to say too much, but it's Ready Player One. Have you ever seen Ready Player One?
Player One. Yeah, I've seen that. That's where like the like VR or something, like the video game thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's that movie, and it has some messages it's trying to do, and it's up to every individual to decide if a movie executes on those themes properly or successfully. And my review of it would be held back until you watch it yourself because I don't want to say anything about it that makes you not want to watch it.
Yeah, I am. It might be worth a rewatch. It's been, what year did that come out?
It came out like 2018, I think. Like it's not that old of a movie. And
Maybe
then
worth a rewatch.
the next one is a classic. It is directed by David Lynch, and I guess it's one of his least favorite movies he's ever made. It is the 1984 Frank Herbert's Dune. Have you ever seen 1984 Frank Herbert's Dune?
Yeah, well, I think so. I mean, because there's just like the two with, so Timothy Chalamet and the other one, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. There's the old Dune, and then there's the new Timothy Chalamet. But there's also there's a sci-fi series too, which is like a TV series.
Yeah, no, I've seen that, the old Dune. I think that one's fabulous, man. David Lynch didn't like it, huh?
Yeah, he doesn't
I
like
didn't know
it.
he did that, directed that.
Yeah, he did that. He made that movie. And my last one is my favorite Star Wars film, and just one of my favorite films in general. It is fucking just a perfect movie in every way. If you were to watch this and not like it, it would offend me personally. I'm just kidding. Rogue One. Have you ever seen Rogue One?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think. Man, there's so many like Star Wars branch offs. Which one is that? Is that
Rogue
Rogue One?
One
That's
is
like, it wasn't like,
where they're getting the plans for the Death Star. They're getting them to Princess
but
Leia.
don't. Oh yeah. I can't remember if that was, because I remember there's some of those like newer Star Wars movies that I just can't get behind, man. Like, just because there's lightsabers doesn't mean it's gonna be good.
Well, that's the cool thing about this one. No lightsabers. It has nothing. There's not even a
Oh.
Jedi in it. So it's a very good movie without even being a Star Wars movie. Because I like Star Wars, but I like the whole universe, and the quality of the movie doesn't matter as much to me. I just sort of like when they fill in parts of that universe. But Rogue One, I think, stands on itself as just like a really good movie. And that would be my last one. And all of these movies all share a common theme, concept, maybe, that they all execute very differently.
So Ready Player One, Dune, and, well, is there like something about like being the chosen? Well, let's see, what was it? Yeah, I don't know, being like, and the chosen one, sort of the one to save the day.
I mean, they do save the day in Rogue One, but that one's less about like the same chosen one mythology that the rest of Star Wars would follow. Now, the common theme would be more like plot related than character related. But
And it's been
maybe
too
I didn't
long.
describe them enough. We'll have to see if you found it next time.
Well, and also, if you're keeping track of this score, I've seen them all.
Yeah, that's true. But you don't
Hey,
recall
strike out, man.
a single detail of any of them. Well, I guess you got the VR goggles, so you remembered one single detail.
Yeah, and they fight in the virtual. Come on, I remember. I've seen them. Just because I've seen them doesn't mean I remember them.
Yeah, but you haven't seen them well enough to pitch them in the show, so they count. They count. I didn't. We're not even doing the baseball thing anymore, and I already lost a point. I'm not losing any more points. Not this month.
Okay.
Okay. I think.
Oh wait, but so what was your theme? Did you?
Should I say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the theme is rebellion. Each of these movies have a central rebellion to the film, but they're all different degrees of whether that like matters, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll leave the list of movies in the comments so people can refer to those. And what else, man? I realized just now that we were supposed to come up with a good sign off, but
well, we got plenty of time. We actually kind of like speed ran through this, like we did every bit, and it's less than 40 minutes. So let's do a sign off right now. Let's think of a
Till next time, watchers.
Right.
Is our followers movie watchers? What?
Yeah.
But I kind of like it being a "Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back" or something movie related. Movies,
right? Yeah, I like don't change the channel because we'll be right back. And then
except
just
that
ending it.
we go back between our channel, your channel. We got to figure out that collaboration thing. Feature.
Yeah, we do. That might be a off-camera conversation.
Okay.
Just because we're gonna have to. It's like technical, telling you to click links and stuff. Okay, so let's do. That's all, watchers. Don't change the channel because we'll be right back. And that's Movies with Maliki
and Wade. That's me. Okay, but how about this? Let me pitch this one.
Okay.
Because I was just thinking, like, at this point, is anybody still watching? You ever like get to the end of a movie and you're like, all right, what? You kind of look.
I did that with Stay Alive. I did that with Stay Alive, apparently.
But so it could be like, for those of you who are still watching, or like in case you're still watching,
right?
See you next time. Watching what? Yeah, shit, man. We'll. I'm not digging.
Or are we gonna have to like do a script?
We gotta workshop it.
We're gonna have to like send each other a script back and forth and have it prepared for next time.
Or well, how about in the movies, they call cut and cut, or like that's a wrap.
Yeah, I like that, and cut, and then I just and cut. Oh, and cut.
That's a wrap.
There we go. I think I pressed the button on time.
Maliki and Wade. Oh.
Movies with Wade and Maliki. Movies. What does that mean? Because movies with Wade and Maliki. Movies with Wade and Maliki. Movies with Wade and Maliki.